Let's go camping with Bruce. Well, by camping I mean starting a fire and trying to cook something for us, all from his tiny back porch. Let's see if this mini stove really works.
Hey folks, welcome back to my channel once again. Today we're talking about that mini camping stove that you see behind me in the video. I did a video about a week or so ago unboxing it, assembling it, and using it for the first time, which is what this piece of footage is from. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I put it on my back porch, and that particular night it was like 9 degrees outside, and I'm out there sitting on the concrete playing with it because, you know, I'm a guy. It's what I do. And if you look at the commercials, if it's ever popped up on Facebook, which it just kept coming up on my Facebook over and over and over again. They called it a mini camping stove. The instructions called the outdoor folding furnace. And there's no brand name to it. There's no brand name to it that I could find. So we're just calling it TEMU, I guess. My wife finally bought it for me. I kept showing it to her. I was like, this would be pretty cool for our sitting porch, because we got just a sitting porch. Little tiny porch we have 4 porches in the house, but this one we like to sit on and have cocktails and talk at the end of the night. And I always thought it'd be nice to have a little teeny tiny fire pit for a little teeny tiny sitting porch. And of course, you see we got one. Long story short, it works. But if you look it up now on Temu, pay attention now if you want one. It'll say it's $71.99. And that's what my wife did. And that's why she's like, well, I'm not going to get it. She had it in her cart, but she didn't get it. So she took it out of her cart and continued on with life. A day or two later, she got a notification saying that she could get it for half price. So she got it for $30-some. And then she gave it to me. So if you're wondering why she paid $30-some for it, and it's saying $71, try that technique. Put it in your cart, and then take it out of your cart, and just wait. Maybe you'll get the same notification. My wife buys a lot of stuff off Temu, just like the review I did on the mini table saw that kept coming up on Temu, which that thing's a piece of garbage. I'll leave the link in the description to that and to the original fire pit video that I made. Anyway, to my point, let's get cooking. I'm going to show you how to fire this thing up, and we're going to try to cook for the first time. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. Let's find out together. Here we go. Okay, now before we start the fire, we got to have something to start it with. In this case, I got a bunch of scrap wood from my shop. And we make our own little fire starter here. And I got some newspaper. And what I'm going to do, I picked about 3 of these pieces. Yeah, you can put whatever you want. Any kind of scrap wood will work. Since I'm going to do this right away, I'm going to go ahead and put lighter fluid on this scrap wood. Then I'm just going to wrap it up in the newspaper. Doesn't have to be pretty. I'm going to wrap it up like this, like that, and then I'm just going to tape it shut. Which you don't even have to do that. I mean, if you want to be technical, you could just shove all your materials in the unit, but there. That's all there is to it. When I go camping, I usually make these ahead of time, but I don't saturate them with lighter fluid because, you know, you're traveling with them. So, let's get started. These are the rest of the wood we're going to use. Let's go light a fire. So here's our piece we made. We're just going to put right there in the center on the top. I've been doing this a couple times this way. It seems to work. Just a little more lighter fluid on there. You don't have to go crazy. Light it up. And while that's doing that, I will throw little balls of newspaper in there. A couple more pieces of wood. Try to push that in there as far as you can. And we're just going to wait for that to ignite. If you have some cardboard laying around, that helps. But if you're in the woods and you don't have any of this, you try some dried grass, some twigs, build small, and build yourself up some heat. It takes a few minutes. Except this isn't something I would always do here. Put this on here and make that smoke go up through the smokestack. It won't be in my face. It could take a few minutes for this to catch. But once it catches, you're good to go. After you start getting it going, push your stuff towards the back. Seems to get a better heat that way. I'll have a little bit of cardboard here up front. Now I'm going to build a second layer with 4 more pieces of wood right here on top of this cardboard. Careful not to burn yourself, it is fire. You can see I'm stacking it so the air can get through there. And in a few minutes, we will be able to cook our lunch. Well, it's been going for a few minutes now. I think we're about ready. I'm going to close that. Now the heating surface is up here. As you can see, I have a regular, set this aside, I have a regular camping pan that you would take in a normal camping set. I'm going to take this cover off and put the pan right down on there and see if that works. See if that heats up. I think that would work nicely. And of course, I don't know about you, but when I go hunting, I always take cans of beef stew and things like that that I can heat up quickly on the campfire. So let's open this. Plus, you don't need a can opener for this one. I know Chef Bruce is eating out of a can like a homeless person. Well, it's sizzling. It's a sizzling. Looks like dog food. Doesn't matter what brand it is, just canned beef stew. We just want to see if we can heat this up appropriately on our little fire. I mean, common sense, heat underneath it, it's going to heat up. We all know that. But the question is, will this Temu portable stove actually work? Instead, there's a flue here in the front. I have that open the whole way to get the oxygen. You got the smoke coming up the smokestack, if that's on camera. This is heating up rather quickly and rather nicely. Be careful not to burn it. Little chef's toss there. I'd say in that short amount of time, it heated up just fine. Oh, you see the doggies come running. I don't need to say this about it. They heated up just fine in a camping pan. I'm going to put this back on it, right there. That'll keep it a little warmer or a little cooler, not so hot. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? It's really hot now. I think now it's ready to eat. Gonna have my lunch. Let's see if it heated through. It's not burnt. Well, there's something about being in the outdoors that food just tastes better. I don't know why. Some for the pups, of course. Some for the pups, of course. Here, share these. Take some. Okay, here, I'll put it over here. You guys can graze your butts in the middle of the camera. So there we go. We heated it up for lunch. Camping style. Don't forget the dazers. Well, that actually worked out pretty good. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to work that well. I thought one of two things were going to happen. Using the camping pan that I used, I thought it was going to get too hot and burn whatever I was cooking. That's why I didn't cook anything real. You know, like even a hamburger or something. I imagine it would work just fine, though, because I heated up that beef stew and, you know, able to just move it around a little bit. And it didn't take long at all. And, you know, and when you're out camping, fishing, hunting, whatever, and you eat something over a campfire, anything tastes good. I mean, anything. When I was young, my dad used to do little pieces of Spam over a Coleman gas stove. But, you know, that was the only time we really enjoyed Spam. You give us Spam at home, ugh. But for some reason, when you're out there freezing your butt off with a couple fishing poles in the water, or you're taking a break from hunting deer, or just camping in general, it always tastes better over the campfire. I don't know why. So anyway, I love putting links in the description to the other two videos I talked about, the original camping stove video that I made, and just for the hell of it, the review of the mini table saw, which I'm surprised that got 35,000 views. That's really good for me, if you look back through my channel. Who knows what I'm coming up with next? I'll keep this short and simple. I really like that little stove. I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was kind of dumb. I just wanted it to have a little bit of heat source when my wife and I sit out there, you know, in these spring and fall nights. But, you never know. If the apocalypse comes, I can heat up my beef stew. All right, I'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.
That fat bastard didn't save me any beef stew. He fed it to his dogs instead. Well, at least we found out the portable stove actually will cook food if needed. Like and subscribe if you found this video interesting or entertaining. Until next time, good night.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.